All right, it is now 5 o'clock. I'd like to call the order of the City Council of East Grand Forks for October 3rd, 2017. Can I get a motion?
Move.
Do I have to do that?
No.
No.
My fault.
Roll.
Roll call, my fault. I was thinking of a different, sorry. Rookie mistake.
Mayor Steve Gander.
Here.
Council President Mark Olstead. Council Vice President Chad Grassel.
Here.
Council Members Clarence Vetter.
Here.
Mike Pakshavinsky.
Here.
Tim Riopel.
Here.
Henry Tweeten.
Here.
Mark Demers.
Present.
That does determine a quorum. Let's stand for the pledge.
We're moving now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Open forum, an opportunity for members of the public to address the City Council on items not on the current agenda. Items requiring council action may be deferred to staff or boards and commissions for research and future council agendas if appropriate. If you'd like to address the City Council, please come up to the podium to do so. Seeing none, approval of minutes.
Move.
Second.
Cool. All in favor? Or do I have to call roll on that? I better have a roll call.
Okay. Vetter.
Yes.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riopel.
Yes.
Tweeten.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Scheduled bid lettings done. Scheduled public hearings. Public hearing on proposed residential tax abatements.
Move to open the public hearing.
Second.
Discussion.
Are all those in favor to open the public hearing?
All those in favor, sorry.
Aye.
Aye.
Go ahead, Mr. Gordy.
Mr. Acting President, Mr. Vice President, Mr. Mayor,
Not for very
members
long.
of the council. This is a renewal of existing program. When we talked about this 2 years ago, we talked about it being extended for 6 years, but in reviewing the language, I'm not convinced that it clearly states that it was to be done for 6 years. This is for a 4-year period that will extend the program for what we definitely know that would go through the end of 2017 through the end of 2021. It's designed for new homes and provides a property tax abatement for the first 2 full years of full taxation, 2 years of when the homes are fully taxed. So if you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer. We have about 15 new homes per year that take advantage of this.
Any questions for Mr. Gordy?
No. Move to close public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I might say opposed to that. All right, consent agenda. Items under consent agenda we adopted with one motion. However, council members may request individual items be pulled from the consent agenda for discussion and action if they choose. Would any council member like an item pulled?
Move on 5 through 8.
Second.
Move on 5 through 8. Second, or first by Pakshavinsky, second by
I'll second it.
Demers. Yep. Roll call, please.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riopel.
Yes.
Tweeten.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Acknowledge of receipts and reports of office boards and commissions. Regular minute meeting for the Water and Light Building Commission, September 7th. Communications. Acknowledge of retirement of Deb Tupa effective September 29th, 2017. I'd like to thank her for her years of dedicated service to the City of East Grand Forks from January of 1997 to September of 2017. I don't see her in present. She's not here. Okay. Old business none. New business. Consider adopting resolution 171070 authorizing a 2-year tax abatement for newly constructed homes ready for occupancy through 2021.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Demers, second by Pakshavinsky. Any discussion? Roll call. call, please.
Vetter,
Yes.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Tweeten.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Number 12, consider approving a transfer fee of $25 for a liquor license to Sicky's Garage to be located at 121 Demers Avenue.
Move.
Second.
Motion by Tweeten, second by Riepel. Any discussion? No discussion. Roll call, please.
Vetter,
No.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Tweeten.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Demers.
No.
Passes, right?
It passes, yep.
Consider approving classification made by County Board to classify parcel 83.04249.00 as non-conservation.
Move.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Vetter,
Yes.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Tweeten.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Claims. Consider authorizing the city clerk or city administrator, clerk, treasurer to issue payment for recommended bills and payroll.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Demers, seconded by Riepel. Roll call, please.
Vetter,
Yes.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Tweeten.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Mayor Gander.
First of all, just an opportunity to say that families of the victims of the shootings in Las Vegas are in our thoughts and prayers, and also the first responders who knowingly, willingly put themselves in harm's way to try to save as many people as they could. Also, thank you to our first responders who do that very same thing for us and would put themselves right into that sort of fray on all of our behalf. So thank you to you who stand ready to take care of us at a moment's notice. It's a tough thing for a nation when something like that happens, but we always get through it. We pull together, and we keep these families in our prayers. And if you have a thought of any sort of help that you can render right on the heels of some nasty hurricanes and everything else that our country's been through, but for those of us who have been through various things, especially back to '97, we know how it is to be laid low and then to receive help from all over the country and all over the world. And so that's what I would encourage. One of these Thursdays coming up, and Megan, you can help me out. Northland State of the City, what date? Do you remember?
October 19th.
October the 19th. So Northland Community Technical College will have its State of the City address on Thursday, October the 19th. I hope we can all make it. If you remember, one of our top 10 objectives for the coming years is to strengthen our connection to the schools. And that includes all of the public schools, Riverside and Sacred Heart, and certainly Northland, and you could even say the University of North Dakota. So it'd be nice to go to Northland and hear where they are as for their school and what their plans are for the future. If as many of you as can make that, that would be great. Thank you.
Mr. Vetter?
I don't have anything, thank you.
Mr. Pakshavinsky?
Just one thing, I would normally not say or wish anybody ill from this seat, but just this one night, I would hope that the home team at Yankee Stadium has a bad night.
Mr. Riepel?
Following that, for those of you who missed, the Senior Center last night had the Taste of Russia. It was a sold-out event. Extremely good. Senior Center Director, we went through interviews today. Mr. Reed Hunton will be presenting that to the mayor and the council, I believe, next Tuesday. And I'd like to thank Chief Larson for entertaining me at the fire department's open house last evening. Looked like it was a rounding success. We had a lot of kids there last night. Fall cleanup this week, just a reminder, put your stuff out. Truck was there at 7:15 this morning, so luckily mine was already out. And that's it.
Mr. Tweeten?
I don't have too much to say, but except when you look at the report from the fire chief, the amount of calls that they're making in regard to emergencies, why, I understand that
It's got to the point now, it's very often you have to have 2 units go out and make the call. They're saving a lot of lives, and it's important to a lot of families. So your department's continuing as usual, doing an excellent job.
Mr. Demers.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
I don't have anything tonight. Mr. Murphy?
I just have 2 items. First one real quick is for setting the last budget meeting as far as adopting our 2018 budget. We had it set for December 12th is what we were looking at. There didn't appear to be any conflicts. However, the county has picked December 12th as their budget day. So we are looking at moving that forward to December 5th at 7 p.m.
I guess I would like council direction on that. Typically, or the last year or two, when we pick the first Tuesday of the month, that's the same time, except they'll have theirs at 6 o'clock and we would have ours at 7 to accommodate residents who want to attend both meetings. They asked us to change days. We picked the 12th purposely because we thought they would not be on the 12th, and it just so happened they're also on the 12th. So I guess I would like direction from council. Typically we have the meeting at 7 o'clock because we have to have it after 6, and that gives you guys a chance to go home and maybe have a bite to eat first. Do you want to have it at 7 or would you like it at 6? Because that's kind of up to you. You can think about it if you want to let us know next week, or...
It's not a budget setting meeting, it's a budget hearing.
Yep.
So just so everybody knows that, it's the hearing for everybody to set on that date.
Thank you. What date do the new valuation, or the...
They told me they would send out the proposed property taxes by November 24th. That's when
Okay, I'm fine with that.
And then the other item I had is last week I went to that labor law and labor arbitration meeting down in Minneapolis. That was extremely informative. They had 5 arbitrators there, 2 from in-state, 3 from out-of-state, and they went through several cases and had the panel then vote on that. That was extremely informative to get some insight on what arbitrators look for, how they weigh evidence, and what type of weight they put on that evidence. It makes some sense here in some of the arbitration cases that I've been involved in the past. The one disheartening thing on that was, out of the probably 11 cases that they reviewed and voted on, they were only unanimous on 4. So different people can interpret the law differently. So that's all I have.
Mr. Gulstead?
I just want to thank Deb Tupa for all of her services. She's been a great help in anything that I've ever had to ask of her in the East Grand Forks Police Department. I'd like you to relay that to her if you have an opportunity. And then the other thing, and I'm not sure if this is so appropriate, but the East Grand Forks community suffered a great loss this morning when Greg Driscoll was fatally injured in an automobile accident, and my heart and prayers go out for the family and friends.
Mr. Emery?
I understand there's been some questions in regards to the paving project out on Point of Woods 5th and 6th. Just to give you a heads up, we did have a pre-construction meeting last Tuesday. Every intent right now is to hopefully start construction about October 16th. Contractor's anticipating he'd like to do the 2 cul-de-sacs first. Those are more of a machine or a hand paved. And then once they get those complete, they would pull out Brandon Boulevard with machine pave. But that may not happen until next year. Again, the project just, with everything we went through, getting a late start, and I just stressed to the contractor that our #1 concern has got to be quality. So it's going to really be weather dependent. I do have every intention as we get closer and get that construction schedule set in stone a little more, that I will be sending out notifications to those residents. Just have not done so at this point, just because weather, everything changes daily, so just to give you a heads up, that's where that's at.
Okay. Any department heads? Seeing none, motion for adjournment.
Motion. Second.
Moved by Demers, second by Riepel. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
6 o'clock. Yep, I'm fine with that, too.
Be right after this, right?
I would say. Sorry. Morning. Is it crazy at work? If we critique you. Well, I started, I was like, I was looking at this.